have one, but I say if you have any, feel free to say what's going on.
Years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal program.
Yes, indeed, it is a beautiful Friday morning, 46 degrees, a little cloudy out there, but it's time for the First Federal program, and we are joined today by Tanner Lee and Todd Van Sickle. Good morning.
Morning, Paul.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Good.
Good.
Nodding my head on radio doesn't work, does it? I'm doing great.
Works on the Facebook out there for everybody.
It does.
Watching on Facebook, on the First Federal Facebook page. But,
Yes.
a little chilly out there this morning, Paul, but it's April 12th, so it could be worse.
It could be.
We got the double toss today, too. We welcome Todd Zeltwanger,
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yes, we have Todd Zeltwanger join us.
Two
this
last
morning.
names hard to say, right?
Yes. So we go by Todd.
Easy first names, but last names not
Towards
so
the end
much.
of the alphabet there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But yes, we welcome Todd
Thanks for
Zeltwanger
having
this
me.
morning. He's a recurring guest of the show a couple times. He's the Director of Fund Development for Cultivate Food Rescue. And we'll be talking with him later on in the program about what they got going on at Cultivate. But, yeah, Paul, did you enjoy the eclipse on Monday?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Got to walk out there, watched it, play Black Hole Sun, followed up by...
I heard you did that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And followed it up by Children of the Sun.
All right.
I went to Indianapolis to see it and
Nice.
at my son's house with my grandsons, and it was pretty awesome. And he had a whole sun soundtrack for the whole 3 hours of the eclipse.
Ah.
Cool. Very, very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. I went outside my home in Fort Wayne, and it wasn't complete totality, but it got pretty dark. It was pretty neat to take in.
We were at 98.4% here in Rochester, and it was amazing to see how much sunlight was still out there, with 1.6% of the sun showing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, what my big takeaway was it cooled off.
It
For a few
did.
minutes pretty drastically.
Yeah.
So,
Temperature dropped a
which makes
couple
sense.
degrees.
Yeah, think about it, but very cool event. I saw a lot of people on social media who weren't excited about it after it happened. Said, "Okay, that was pretty darn cool." So,
Yeah.
very fun to take in, and glad the traffic's back to normal, especially in the middle of the state, because I think that was a little crazy at times on Mondays. So.
Yeah. I know some people who were trying to get across 31 afterwards, and they had to sit for a while.
Yep. Very, very cool. Very cool. Well, I got some trivia this morning, Paul.
All right.
It's candy related.
Okay.
So I want to know which chocolate bar is the global bestseller, currently the global bestseller. Is it Butterfinger, Hershey's, Snickers, or Milky Way?
Ooh. All right.
All good choices.
All good choices, but none that I had when you first said it.
You stressed current, too, because some of those are probably all-time sales leaders.
Mm-hmm.
What one popped in your head right away then?
Reese's.
Oh, Reese's. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Not on the list, it isn't.
no.
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 Not even an option.
No.
So now I gotta take the whole show to try to pick
There
one
you
of those
go.
four.
Just think chocolate. So.
Yeah.
Well, the sports world got a lot going on still. Locally, I see teams are finally starting to get some games and some matches in. The
Yes.
weather's kind of broke their way a little bit this week to get that taken care of.
Yeah.
So good luck to everybody. I know there's a lot of sports in participation tonight and over the weekend, so good luck to everybody.
Probably a washout yesterday. They're making it up
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah. So it's spring sports. That's the worst part about spring is the weather as far as outdoor sports are concerned. So yes, but college basketball season has come to an end. Last week, I said, hopefully I'm standing here next Friday saying that Purdue are the national champions. Well, they got to the national championship game, Paul, so they beat NC State on Saturday to get to the national championship game for the first time since 1969. Fell short to UConn 75-60, and Todd Zeltwanger was there out in Phoenix.
That was an awesome time. I mean, just to be a part of the Purdue throng there, to be a fellow Boilermaker alum. I was very proud to be there and experience that. So came up a game short, but
Still a great season.
What a season!
Still a great season, and like I look at it, everybody, it comes up short except one.
That's
I
it.
mean, that's
They were a dominant team.
They
I
were
don't know
dominant.
who was
They
going
were.
to beat them, even on their best day,
Yeah,
because
they were.
great.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
doubt.
back-to-back national champions now for UConn, and 6-0 all time in their men's program history in the championship games, and that's just since 1999. And if you tie in their women's program, they're 17-1 in national championship games all time.
And they crossed a significant hurdle, beating their 6th national championship in men's. That crossed
Yep.
crossed a lot of teams, including Indiana.
Yes.
5, right?
Yep. So it was one of those games at halftime Purdue was within 6, but felt like almost they were down 20 at the time, even though it was only a 6-point game.
Yeah.
And Zach Edey, great effort out of him, and he cleaned up on all the National Player of the Year honors, back years for him, and we'll see what's next for him at the next level.
So he was 6 for 6 in awards.
6 for 6, yeah,
Not bad.
Not bad. So
Yeah, much better than that.
I know Purdue doesn't retire jerseys, but if they ever think about it, I think 15 probably should be on the rafters. So still a great season, but with that, college basketball has come to an end, and the Big Ten still looking for their first men's championship since 2000 and women's since 1999, since Iowa came up short to South Carolina. Very similar to the Purdue-UConn game, where I don't know if Iowa's best would have been good enough to beat South Carolina, who went undefeated. So, other sports, baseball. I mean, we're 2 weeks into the season now, Paul. Your Guardians are 9-3, so you got to be happy with the way they're starting the season.
It's still early.
It is early, but you got to start somewhere.
You do have to start somewhere, so I'll give them
You
that.
could be a White Sox fan sitting at 2-10 already. So,
Yeah.
you got the Tigers at 7-4, Cubs 7-5, Reds 6-6, Cardinals 6-7, and of course I got to throw the Yankees in there, 10-3. So,
Man,
yeah.
it's not doing. They're only they've played one more game than the Guardians. So.
Yep. So a lot of season left. And then for all golf fans out there, this is kind of like the Super Bowl week for golf fans.
Yes.
It's the Masters, the one major out of the 4 majors that never changes location. It's in Augusta National every single year. Tons of tradition there. Bryson DeChambeau, part of Live Golf, is leading after 1 round. Well, so far, there's other guys that are completing the rounds this morning.
Right.
Since there was some rain yesterday, it delayed tee times by 2 hours. He shot 7 under yesterday. World number 1 Scotty Scheffler shot 6 under. What he's been doing lately is incredible. Tiger Woods, of course, the name that still draws the most eyeballs in the golf world. He's 1 under through 13 holes. So he'll finish his 5 remaining holes this morning, and then he'll have to play an additional 18 holes today, because then the field gets cut after today.
Yeah.
For the weekend.
So after I got home from work yesterday, I turned it on. Tiger was still playing, and it's amazing the following he still has. They
Just
were
incredible.
probably 10 deep down along the whole fairway.
Yep. He still draws eyeballs of people who aren't golf fans, just because he's one of the greatest athletes of all time. He's one of the biggest names still around the world. So, what he does is incredible for the sport. So it'll be fun to follow today and through the weekend, and next week I'll be on to report who won the green jacket, whether it be their first or second, third, fourth, fifth, or if Tiger wins 6th.
Yeah. We'll have to see what
That shirt
happens.
you're wearing, Tanner, it kind of looks like a green jacket.
Little Masters green. I looked in my closet today, and I was like, well, we're green at First Federal, so I knew I had a green polo in there somewhere, so pulled one out. I got some tidbits here this morning, Paul. On this day in 1861 at Fort Sumter in South Carolina, it was attacked by the Confederacy, beginning the American Civil War. On this day in 1877, a catcher's mask was used in a baseball game for the first time.
Oh.
Can you imagine
Wow.
the catchers not using a mask before that?
Yeah. There were some black eyes and broken noses before
Missing teeth,
then.
probably.
Yeah.
And on this day in 1945, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, better known as FDR, he passed away in office, and Vice President Harry Truman was sworn in as the 33rd U.S. President. And we got some national days, international days, world days today. Today's Day of Silence.
Not good in radio.
Not good radio.
No.
International Day of Human Spaceflight. National for 12's Day.
Okay.
National Only Child Day. I can get on board with that one. As an
Me
only
too.
child.
Yeah.
World Hamster Day. You ever had a hamster growing up, Paul?
Not growing up, but since then.
Oh, okay. Since then, okay. I've never owned a hamster. I don't think my dog would like a hamster.
No.
Well, he probably would, but he probably wouldn't.
He tried to make it a squeak toy.
Yeah. National Grilled Cheese Day. Grilled cheese fan?
Yes.
Who doesn't love a good grilled
Yeah.
cheese?
Yeah.
National Big Wind Day.
Which works out well
It's
with
gonna
the
get a little gusty
forecasted
today.
gusts coming in today.
National Licorice Day. Licorice guy?
As long as it's not black.
I'm right there with you. Growing up, my grandfather always liked black licorice, and more power to him. Like,
Yeah.
Acquired taste there.
Never ate those black jelly beans.
No.
Nope.
No, not those either.
Desk Fest Day, which means eat your breakfast at your desk. I did that in my car this morning on the drive down. Does that count?
Well, I mean, kind of for you.
It's Walk on Your Wild Side Day.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of days there.
I did that last weekend.
Well, we got an upcoming event going on later this month at Dreddy's Place / Arlington Public House. They're hosting a Dine and Donate event on Sunday, April 21st from 9 a.m. through 1 p.m. They'll be serving biscuits and gravy, sausage, and your choice of coffee or water for a free will donation. They'll benefit the Youth Outlet Center and Joe's Hope Foundation.
Yes.
So 2 great causes there. Go on Sunday, April 21st, and enjoy breakfast.
Yeah.
Another event coming up.
Perfect.
Trail of Courage is coming up, right?
Red Bud Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry about
yes,
that.
Yes,
I was saying right location.
yes, you are. Yep.
Red Bud Rendezvous.
Out the Historical Society.
I think that's next weekend, I think.
I believe you're right. Yes, I don't have it on my notes, but yes, I believe you're right. It is.
Check out the Historical Society website and get all the details.
Yeah, or you can call Melinda Klinger out at the Historical Society for more details on that as well. So yes, thank you, Todd. Got a milestone of First Federal today. We're celebrating Sarah Prater's 25th work anniversary. She works down our loan department at our Rochester branch. So congratulations, Sarah.
Yeah,
Happy
congratulations,
birthday,
Sarah. A very dedicated employee, and
Yeah.
lots of people come across her with their escrow responsibilities.
Yep.
And she does a great job.
Yes, she does. So yeah, congratulations on your 25th work anniversary. That's
That's a big one.
good number of years there.
Yes.
Money news, don't have a lot on the money news, but the Dow closed, it fell a little bit yesterday, closing just by 2.43 points. So it closed at 38,459.8 points. So,
Okay.
and we'll watch it today. It's either going to go up or going to go down, as Mr. Dick Belcher always said.
Yes.
The futures were down this morning, but
All right.
we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, First Federal, we'd love to see you. We're open today from 8:30 to 5, and tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. And if you can't make it in to our lobby, you can always bank with us online and with our mobile app, which is free to download. No matter if you have an iPhone or Android device, go to your app store, type First Federal Savings Bank, look for the white star with the green background. You're halfway there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our ATM's open 24/7 as well if you need some cash and if you're traveling over the weekend in an area where we don't have a branch location. No need to worry. We're part of the MoneyPass network. So all you got to do is go on moneypass.com, type in your zip code, find the other ATMs that are part of the MoneyPass network. You can use those ATMs and not get charged a surcharge fee.
Yeah. And one thing I love about your guys' ATM is, if you get a paper check at work,
Yes.
like I do, you guys are closed by the time I get off. I can just pull right up to the ATM, deposit my check, and move right on.
Yes, good point there, Paul. Yes, you can deposit checks right there at our ATMs as well. So yeah, take advantage of that.
Yeah.
We got some CD specials going on right now. We got an 8-month CD special at a 4.99% APY. That's 0% yield. We also have an 18-month CD at 4.06% APY. So take advantage of those.
And real quick, the Red Bud Trail Rendezvous is the 27th and 28th. They will be open 10 to 5 Saturday and 10 to 4 Sunday.
Perfect. So a couple weekends from now. So
Yes.
all right. And we got some mortgage specials going on. We have a construction perm special, second end mortgage special, closed end second end mortgage special, I should say, going on in a closing cost special as well. So reach out to one of our experienced loan originators for more details on that. And then the Rochester Winmack locations, that'd be Stacy Wilson and Ben Dalton. They can help you out. And we offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. When you open up a new checking account right now, you'll get a free gift, which is the Martha Stewart muffin pan, which has been going over really well. People are really enjoying that. I know I brought it in. Oh, it's been a handful of weeks ago now.
Yeah.
So, it's a nice steel muffin pan. So if baking's your thing, come in and open up a checking account. Or if you're like, I really want one of those, but I don't want to open up another checking account, you can refer a friend. And when your friend comes in to open up a checking account, they'll receive a gift. You will as well, just for referring them. So you can do that in person, or you can do that online.
Yeah, so when you go in to open that checking account, tell them Paul Sarton sent you.
Yeah, there you go. We offer commercial lending for businesses. Contact Lindy Breeden for more information. His direct line is 574-223-1716. And if you're thinking about retiring, want to check on your 401k, get a 401k started, talk about IRAs, those sort of things, contact Mark Blueball or Brian Bell of our Financial Services Department for more information. Their number is 574-223-1705.
Okay.
And follow us on all social media platforms. That includes liking us on Facebook, following us on X, and on Instagram at FF Banking is our handle on those two social media platforms. Like us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you'll find an archive of the First Federal Radio shows from the past 4 to 5 years. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We're FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
Makes us legal and ready to get to the meat of our program, the fun part of our program.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, which we're welcoming Todd Zeltwanger, who is the Director of Fund Development for Cultivate Food Rescue. Morning, Todd.
Hey, Tanner. Good morning. It's great to be here.
Hey, thanks for joining us. And I know
Thanks for
you've
having
been a recurring guest over the years on
Yeah.
the First Federal Radio Show, but we love what you guys do at Cultivate and all the work you're doing. But for anybody who's not familiar with you, and maybe they're listening or watching for the first time that you've been on the program, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, we'll do that. We're a Cultivate Food Rescue. Will be 7 years old coming up here in July of 2017, and we're a food rescue, not-for-profit organization. When I say rescue, I mean rescuing food from going into a landfill. We waste 40% of our food supply in this country, and to give you a visual of what that looks like, Tanner, that's 133 billion pounds of food each year is wasted in this country. If you think about the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, if you fill that up with food every single day for a year, that's how much food we waste in this country every year.
That's hard to wrap my mind around.
So what Cultivate is doing is, our goal is to reduce food waste and help feed food insecure children in our schools, as well as families through our food pantry network, what we call the Cultivate Cares Food Network. And like I said, we're growing immensely, and those are just some facts and figures that are pretty startling.
Yeah. So Cultivate's been around for 7 years. How long have you been with Cultivate?
I've been with them about 6.
About
I
6?
came on board about a year after it began, and my role is in fund development. And I have to throw this in there, but First Federal Savings Bank has been a wonderful sponsor of ours for all the time that I've been here. And I've been very supportive of our events, and just helped us with donation for operational support, because we don't sell anything.
Right.
We're 100%, our revenue comes in by donations from individual people, from companies, from churches, service clubs, and foundations. And so, it's grown. I think the number year-over-year growth for us since we began is 230%.
Wow.
So it's pretty hard to sustain that, but the needs are out there. There's more food out there that we're coming across all the time, and so I don't know if we can show this or not, this meal, but this is an example of one of our meals that are prepared by volunteers. Our home base is in South Bend on Prairie Avenue up there, and but we serve St. Joe, Elkhart, and Marshall counties with our program. And so this school year, we are providing 6 of those meals that I just showed you to each of 1,350 students.
Wow.
So if you do the math, 1,350 times 6, that's 8,100 meals a week, all put together by volunteers, all made with food that would have been thrown away and wasted. And so, but what's exciting is that we have a new facility going up right behind our current location. It's a 22,000 square foot cold storage facility. That's all it is cold storage. 75% of it will be a freezer, 25% will be a refrigerator. We'll be moving into it in May, and we'll have a ribbon cutting open house on June 20th for that. And that will eventually, Tanner, enable us to rescue 20 million pounds of food each year.
That's great.
We'll have that capacity. Last fiscal year, which we go July 1 to June 30, we rescued just over 2 million pounds of food a year. So that's a 10x growth opportunity there. It will take us 7 to 10 years to get to that level, because we'll have to add people and trucks and other expenses will be incurred, so we'll have to grow smart on that. But I hope that one of the things we'll be able to do is to maybe work our way closer to Fulton County with some of our programs in the schools as well as with food pantries to help them.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Definitely need down here for that,
Yeah.
for sure. And that's one thing you're talking about growth. That's one thing I notice every time I go to your website. It seems like the team at Cultivate is growing.
It is. Yeah, we have about 15 full-time employees, and we're also going to be opening up a part of this cold storage facility capital campaign includes opening a volunteer location in Elkhart.
Oh, great.
Now, we have a lot of RV companies that like to come over and volunteer to South Bend, but it's so far away for them. So by opening one in Elkhart, right along County Road 17, it's going to open probably this fall. That will enable those folks to not have to go as far, and will allow us to put more meals together to help more students. And so yeah, that's happening, and just we have such great support from someone. I mentioned 15 full-time employees. Mm-hmm. Last year we had enough volunteers and the hours that they gave us for another 15 full-time employees for free.
That's an article.
Almost 8,000 employees.
Wow. And now,
volunteers. Sorry.
If somebody's out there listening or watching on the First Federal Facebook page, and they're interested in volunteering, how do they do so?
Yeah, cultivatefoodrescue.com is our website. So there's a volunteer link. If you go to that link, you can click on it and see when we need people. Mm-hmm. You can sign up online. You can sign up for just by yourself, or you can add family members. If you want to bring a group of 8 to 15 people, you can sign them all up. We have a lot of companies that come in on a regular basis, so you can do that. If you have a large group that you would like to come, they could reach out to me personally. I can connect you to our volunteer coordinator, Fallon, and she can work with you to find a time that works for your group.
Perfect. Yeah, I know we've had multiple branches over the years go up to your facility and volunteers, and they always enjoy it and have a good time.
It's usually a 2-hour shift of time, and you can put together probably 700 or 800 of those meals in that amount of time, sometimes more. Yeah. And so we appreciate those that have come from the bank over the years, and we couldn't do what we do without them.
Sure.
There's no way 15 people could put together 8,000 meals a week.
And you're talking about these meals, and for everybody listening on the radio out there that can't see it, what do these meals consist of?
It's like it's a TV dinner, if you will. It's frozen. Mm-hmm. Protein, a vegetable, and a starch generally is what's in there. Now, we also do breakfast meals as well. We try to give each student 4 lunch dinners and 2 breakfasts every weekend. And it's the other thing I'll quickly mention, if I can, is our pantry program. Again, as mentioned, the Cultivate Cares Food Network. There's so much food out there now that we're rescuing. We bring it in bulk, and then we put it on our website. So each pantry that's a part of our Cultivate Cares Food Network is able to order just like Amazon online every day. They can see what we have available. They can order it. Then our people will pick the order, put it on a pallet, and then the pantry can come pick it up free of charge. And so we're serving 160 pantries right now in the 3 counties, and 75% of the food that we rescue is going to the pantries. 25% of the food goes into these meals. So that's kind of the breakdown of our food rescue and where it goes. And food pantries are 40% busier this year than they were last year.
Wow.
So more and more people are having to frequent a food pantry that never had to before for a variety of reasons, and we're just glad we can supply those pantries with food that before us, they had to either go out and buy it at a low price at a grocery store to be able to give it away to people coming there, or I don't know what they did, but now it's free of charge from us. And we're only able to offer that because of generous donors like First Federal Savings Bank and others that help us do what we do to provide that for them.
Speaking with Todd Zeltwanger this morning, who's the Director of Fund Development for Cultivate Food Rescue. Now I know, Todd, in the past you've talked about different ways you guys get food, and one of those is you get during the Notre Dame football season.
Yeah.
You'll go in. Can you explain that process?
Yeah, we do.
I find that fascinating.
The home football games up at Notre Dame, and actually Cultivate began about the same time they were renovating the suites there at the stadium. And so when they heard about what we were trying to start, they came to us and said, look, we're going to be building these suites. It's going to be all-you-can-eat game-long buffet, so we're going to over-prepare food. We don't want to waste it, so can we give it to you? I said, absolutely. So they were our first food donor, basically. So what we do, at the end of every home football game, we will take our 26-foot refrigerated truck, drive it under the stadium, and any of the food that's never been served, so it's been prepared, maybe in a hot box, ready to come out, but never came out, that's what comes down the elevator, loaded onto our truck. We take it back to our facility, we weigh it in, put it in our cooler, and then volunteers will come in the next week to process it. And it could be anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 pounds of food after every home game.
Wow.
That we are able to rescue. And that's good food. I mean, you think about it in the suites up there, it's not peanut butter and jelly.
Right, no, they treat you well.
So some of the students, after home football game weekends, are getting meals with prime rib and some things in there and that they maybe wouldn't get otherwise. And so that's just one food donor, if you will. Trader Joe's up there, other grocery stores, any kind of food, the Century Center, casinos, places that have restaurants, events, banquets, if you will. Again, if it's been served, we can't rescue it. But if it's been prepared but not served, that's what we take. And we're just finding more and more sources. There's big warehouses all over the Midwest that store frozen food for the chain grocery stores. And the truckloads of that food sometimes gets thrown away because either the stores don't take it because it's too close to the date, or packaging's damaged, or the store manager decides you don't want it. So now with us having this new warehouse, to bring it up here, we'll break it down, put it on pallets, and then a pantry could keep it with us, because pantries have very little cold storage.
Sure.
And then they can leave it with us, and then when they have a distribution day, they can come pick it up and be able to give it out to their clients.
Well, that's great. And so, I mean, you're opening up a new facility here in just a couple of months.
Yes.
Anything else on the docket for 2024 that you'd like to talk about?
Well, our golf outing is coming up May the 20th at
Yep.
Swan Lake Resort over in Plymouth, and we're essentially sold out. We have 60
You guys
teams.
always do a great job.
Thank you. We appreciate the bank support this year. Going to have 2 teams in it.
There's going to be a little
And,
friendly
little
competition between
the
teams.
two
trust me.
FFSB teams. I'm sure of that. And that's coming up, and that's a good fundraiser for us. And then in August we have an event called Taste of Hope.
Okay.
It'll be August 15th this year. It's a Thursday night at the Century Center in South Bend. We bring in guest chefs, about 15 of them, and they're stationed around the room, and then you can go and graze, try out their different specialty food items, and then it's a fundraiser for our weekend meals program for the coming school year for the students. And we'll probably increase our number a bit from 1,350 next school year to possibly 1,400 to 1,500 or more, so we'll see where that ends up. But that event, again, August 15th, they'll be on our website eventually here real soon. Tables of 8 are available, other sponsorship opportunities, and so 2 special events, the golf outing and Taste of Hope, as well as individual donations that people could make if they go to our website, give them a recurring monthly donor, $25, $50 a month. Any gift amount helps us, and the more we get in, the more people we can help.
Right, and I know you mentioned the golf outing, you're pretty full as far as teams. What if somebody out there wants to be a whole sponsor?
Absolutely, we'll
Still take
sell
a
those all day
sponsor?
long at $250. You can have your sign on both courses at Swan Lake. Like I said, there'll be 240 or so golfers out there to see your name, your logo on a sign, and we make that available. You can actually come and be out there that day. If you want to pass out information about your organization, you can stand at the tee box and greet the golfers as they come through, and we'll give you a minute or two to talk about your organization. So that's if people would like to do that, the information on the golf outing is a little hard to find on our website, unfortunately, so they could call me directly, 574-952-8148, and I'd be glad to send you information.
Perfect. And I know you guys are active on social media as well, so they can probably find information about the outing and different events on there as well.
Glad to help out in any way, so appreciate the time.
Anything else you'd like to plug this morning, Todd?
I don't know what it would be. I think I've probably said a lot here. It's just overwhelming to see the needs that are still out there today, and it's just so rewarding for me personally to be a part of this because I hear from the pantries, I see them when they come pick up the food, I hear the stories of people that are helped by what we do. That mom who sends us an email who said my husband got laid off, or we were having to feed our child ramen noodles and granola bars to get through the weekends. And so when Cultivate came along, I brought home 6 of these meals and it was like a godsend thing.
Yeah.
And so you know you're doing the right thing for the right reasons. Our vision statement is actually no neighbor hungry, no food wasted.
That's a great statement.
6 words everybody can remember. And so we're continuing to try to make an impact and eventually get to that 20 million pounds of food rescued a year.
That's a great goal to get at, and thank you for everything you do for Cultivate. Thank you to Cultivate for everything they do for the communities
You're welcome.
up in those counties that you serve, because like you said, there is an important need out there, and a need that's getting a problem
Seems
that's
like
getting
worse.
yeah, worse and worse. I hate to say, but
It's not going away anytime soon. It doesn't appear. But
yeah, doing a great job, and I can just tell the passion in your voice, how passionate you are about this. And that's great.
Yeah, thanks, Tanner. I appreciate you having me on this morning.
Yes, anytime. Thank you for joining us. And you can take a stab at this trivia question if you'd like.
All right.
I know Paul's been pondering over the answer here all show long.
Yeah.
Probably hungry thinking about chocolate now.
Man.
Trivia question this morning: which chocolate bar is currently the global bestseller? Butterfinger, Hershey's, Snickers, or Milky Way?
Alright, I know I always have to go first before the guest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this based off of advertisement and go Snickers.
Snickers.
The first one that came to my mind when you read it earlier, Tanner, was Hershey's.
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 Hershey's. Paul figures out the formula again. Snickers.
Nice.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Snickers, so.
Thank you.
He's tough to stump, Todd. He's tough to stump.
Wow.
So I don't have the number in front of me. Where I found it, just said Snickers was the answer. So I went with
Okay.
that. But yeah, I think you're onto something there. With as much advertising as they do, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every show has at least one Snickers commercial in it. Even if it's just a 30-minute program, you'll see at least one Snickers commercial.
Yep. So a lot of advertising money there. Let's close with some words of wisdom from Audrey Hepburn, who was a British actress. As you grow older, you will discover that you have 2 hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others.
Those are great words of wisdom. Todd, thank you so much for making the trip down here today. Tanner, thank you so much.
Thanks,
We'll see you guys again next week.
Thanks, Paul.